What's up? What's up? It's the Juice and Tea show. Sandstorm might be joining a little later. Want to start early because my team's playing Monday Night Football. So, and no one else could make it. Roberts just randomly decided to take a cruise from Korea to Japan. Or I don't know
Must must
if he's waiting to fly from
must,
Korea to Japan. I don't know. I thought it
must
was
be nice.
he just he decided it, and then the next day I'm like, I couldn't even prepare and get packed in that time frame. But Terrell's got
To be young.
a nephew's birthday, and Retro and his wife are dog sitting somewhere. It's like, well, I thought it'd be
Oh,
good.
so it's literally a juice and tea show.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
damn.
we didn't talk about the direct on the podcast. I watched your stream and then your video afterwards, and I wanted to comment on a lot of the stuff you talked about. I was literally
Yeah.
stunned when I found out some of the pricing after that direct, because I mean, that's why the title says is the Nintendo hate deserved. like, I was making fun of the a channel because she made two videos about how Nintendo's. You said you watched. I didn't watch the second one,
I, yeah, I know exactly.
and
Yeah, I
I'm
know exactly what
like,
you're talking about.
obviously the first one got a lot of views. And what's up, Laker Link? I watched half of one yesterday from another girl who was like a longtime Nintendo fan, but it's hard to. I don't know. She kind of was basing everything off the Switch 2 Direct, like itself, like how bad it was, and how I'm like, I think you mean I wanted
Wait,
to say I didn't
what,
leave a
the
comment. I think
recent
you mean
one?
the pricing we found out afterwards. If you thought the Nintendo Switch 2 initial Direct was bad, and that was a problem, I don't know what you're talking about. It was everything else afterwards because they all the
Yeah.
pricing came out of Mario Kart and the Switch, and well, they delayed the pricing because of tariffs and stuff, but the Direct itself, I don't think was an issue. But
No.
my buddy at work, he's up to it. Oh, uh,
I
hardware
was gonna ask
unbox,
you about him.
Jay's 2 cents or whatever. He's made a Nintendo about or made a video about Nintendo. I'm like, he's never once made a video about Nintendo. He's a PC guy. He builds PCs. What the hell does he got to say? He goes, well, I wonder why he's making it. I said because it's gets a lot of clicks. Nintendo hate videos get a lot of clicks. Why else would he be making one? And as a
That's
PC guy, and I said the PC guys, the biggest problem PC guys have is they have to buy another device to play Nintendo games that because they don't come to PC. He's like, oh no, I've never heard any PC guy say that. Well, why else do they? Why else are they mad? Oh, it's because Nintendo always pulls some bullshit and
but you
like
don't care about Nintendo. You're a PC
they
dude.
just
What are you mad about when it
they
comes to
just
Nintendo?
pulled the blocked a charity stream because they were playing some Nintendo games. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't hear about that. I look it up.
What
It was
what
in
charity stream?
Japan,
Right.
and they were playing Nintendo games in a charity stream, but also like going to commercials and sponsors. And I said,
Yeah,
if Nintendo doesn't agree or align with the sponsor of that charity, they have every right to say no. They weren't
of
asked.
course.
It said they were not asked beforehand, and I'm like, you heard somebody say that they blocked a charity stream, and you're mad at Nintendo for it without knowing any of the details. I'm like,
He only know what the charity was.
what if what
He
if
don't
that was
care.
What if it was a Microsoft sponsored charity? Then they're just streaming Nintendo games. I mean, Microsoft would probably should be mad about that. But like, you can't just blame like, oh, that's just terrible. Oh, they used to do that. I said, yeah, they blocked a guy who was making a Metroid 2 remake, and then we found out not too long after that they had their own remake they were working on. And then why is my camera all of a sudden out of focus? Follow the
So
hand.
what is the problem? Why would you be mad?
It's because he hears somebody say something negative, and he just believes it. That's all he's ever heard is people talking bad about
Because he want to
Nintendo.
believe it though. Like it's not like he's like some avid, console gaming
Yeah,
fan.
none
He
of these
just
guys play on console, and they'll spend $1,000 upgrading their GPU to get 20 extra frames per second. Like that's the mindset. Literally, nowadays you
and
don't
that's
even get
literal.
that. Like
That's
the
literal.
the 4090 to the 5090 was like a 15% improvement, and it was like a $2,000 graphics card. It's like what? So it's just
What are we doing?
I didn't watch the Jay's 2 cents. I don't care, but I did watch this another random channel popped up, and I was like, you know,
Have you seen any
yeah.
Nintendine videos?
Mm-mm.
No, you're lucky. The
So
algorithm love that dude right now.
I don't know
I
who it
mean,
is.
his
So
last video. I mean, he got like 24,000 subscribers. His last video is like over 400,000
damn.
views and shit.
But
Buyer's remorse. I don't. That's what people are talking about. Remorse for the Switch
I
2.
love how they.
He doesn't have one. He doesn't have one, by the way. He's talking about buyer's remorse.
Yeah, and like
Go ahead. Sorry.
the girl I was watching was like she didn't say it directly, but it seemed like just the pricing of the Switch 2 itself was is still like that's where
I don't.
PC guys have that's when Linus made his video. I'm like, are you kidding me? $500 for what this thing can do. I mean, we didn't have the games like Star Wars Outlaws to show them really what it was capable of, but Cyberpunk was already confirmed. It's like DLSS, um, current like what do you call it? It has current features like 120 FPS, does ray tracing. It's modern architecture, and 500 out like it was 450 actually without a game.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the ROG Ally, the X or whatever, like, and then the new Lenovo Go, like the one for 14.99. Like, you're saying the Switch 2 is overpriced as a PC guy is
Yeah.
just it's insulting, really. It's insulting to people's intelligence that you would say that and
It's
try to.
it's $100 more than the OLED Switch OLED, and it smokes the original Switch. The
Mm-hmm.
Switch 2 smokes the like. What do you expect this bit to cost? I just that it doesn't make sense to me.
It's a
It doesn't
true
make any sense.
generational leap in performance. Like Star Wars Outlaws 2, compare that to like Hellblade on Switch or
Oof.
Doom, just the resolution, like the frame rate.
The Witcher. I love The
Like
Witcher
The
3.
Witcher 3
But
looks like compared like The Witcher 3 compared to Star Wars Outlaws. It's like almost
it's
looks like
yeah,
two
like
generations of a leap. Like it's not even
I
close.
I
So
own it, so I know what it would look like. I mean,
and I was like,
so
I'm not gonna sit here and like be closed minded and say, well, I don't. There's no way Jay's 2 cents could make any good points, but I just really don't care about a non Nintendo guy who's just probably jumping on the hate train. I need to make a video about Nintendo because my buddy was just saying, man, Jay's 2 cents. He hasn't made a whole lot of videos lately. Like, there's not a lot going on in the PC space. There's not a lot of videos. Um,
yeah,
there's no
there
benchmarking
almost
going
never
on and
is.
stuff. It's like, oh, I wonder why he's making a Nintendo Switch hate video. Like, come on.
All the PC dudes I know do fucking salt videos, console talking about console gamers.
Mm-hmm.
None of these dudes are like really talking about PC gaming. It's always about what console gamers are doing. So
I feel like PC. I'm not saying like if you game on PC, you're like this or anybody's like this, but like the YouTubers especially feel like the home theater
yeah, yeah.
YouTubers
I mean
where
YouTubers, yeah.
they upgrade. There's a guy who upgraded his room 3 years in a row, like major renovations. Like we're talking 20, 30, 40, $50,000 renovations each year, and he's like, yeah, I haven't watched a movie in about 2 months. Like these dudes are so preoccupied, or so, the hobby is all about buying new gear, setting it up, getting it dialed in, and playing demos for people. Like they don't watch movies, and I feel like a lot of PC guys, it's like get the new graphics card. Now they're just going to benchmark stuff. They're not actually going to play games. They're going to buy whatever the top five benchmark games are. So Indiana Jones was one I think last year was like the new standard for ray tracing and global illumination and stuff. And those are the games they buy because they want to see what what their system can do. And I feel like I just really don't care about that person's opinion on anything Nintendo related, even if they say something that's technically accurate. I just don't care. Um, but at the same time, I watched your video and I'm like, yeah, everything you're saying, I'm 100% in line with. Like, this is ridiculous. That DK DLC, I didn't know it was paid DLC. I skimmed through the direct while I was at work. I had to watch it through Kit and Krista because I don't sign into a Google account, so my YouTube is not a non-account, and you can't watch any live stream or certain live streams, and a lot of people's videos don't show up for weeks. Kit and Krista's reaction showed up, so I watched it through there. and I didn't
Yeah.
catch that part. First, I thought it was a wave race game. They had that started on that beautiful water, and I'm like, what is this? And it was the DK DLC. Well, then now that people have it, and I found out it was $20. I'm like, what the f? Yeah, we're starting early because my football team, the Detroit Lions, are playing tonight on Monday Night Football. But what's up, 12 feet? What's up, Donnie Muhammad? What was I just saying? Oh, the DLC. $20
DLC.
for an island that you do nothing on except the new Rushmo, whatever you want to call it. It's just like a collect a certain amount of whatever in a time limit type of thing. I don't know what kind of game you would call that. And otherwise, the DK Islands just basically just background dressing for that in that mode. You can't. There's no new anything to find. I want to say moons, bananas, fossils, nothing. Like that would be free DLC. Like obviously Wii U era, that would probably been free DLC. Not maybe even Switch era, early Switch era. $20 like on top of a $70 game, which I don't. I'm not the biggest fan. I still got 21 hours in the game. I don't feel like that was a $70 purchase. Consider Nintendo's own standard for what they said justified Mario Kart's price. I don't feel like this went above and beyond with like this ridiculous amount of content or anything. But post game stuff is definitely decent. But yeah, I mean, like you said, $90 to buy the game and the DLC, and the DLC is like so minimal, and it's what 2 months later or a month? Let's see, yeah, about a month and a half.
About a month and a half. Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to defend stuff like that for me. Like, as much as I hate hearing people jump on the bandwagon,
right?
I can't exactly justify that. I'm going off other people's impressions of it or reviews of it, so I didn't play it myself.
Yeah, like core Nintendo.
No boss fight or bananas. Not that to me the boss fights aren't very good in the game, but still would have been nice to have some additional content like that, especially for 20. And then like really didn't talk about the Kirby and the Forgotten Land. That's a $80 game, the Switch 2 edition, and
it's insane.
From what I can tell, I mean, yeah, it changes the level itself, but it's not brand new levels. It's just some new like color, like I don't know if they're blue or whatever blocks that create
like
kind of different
new Super Luigi mode.
Kind of like new paths in the same levels, but it sounds like it's a little more involved.
I didn't see anything special.
Nintendo Switch 2 version of that. I can't reconcile that. I just say it. Nintendo has the game 60, the upgrade's 20. So obviously, if you buy them in a pack together, it's got to be 80. We can't give you a discount if you buy them together. Like, I don't understand that logic, especially the game's a couple years old now. I know that their game value, doesn't mean the game has to go down. You can still sell the Switch 1
but
version
it was
60.
It was a $60 game.
So
yeah.
If you want the upgrade and you bought the Switch 1 version a couple years ago, I know maybe that would be a slap in the face too, but almost feels like they're adding content just to try to justify the higher price.
That's what it feels like. I didn't articulate that in my video. I wanted to, but it feels like they're just adding stuff to justify
instead of just
raising the
giving
price
a
of this
60
shit.
FPS patch for free, which they still should do that.
Right.
I mean, Sony did that on multiple games, even if they released a PS5 version of it. The PS4 still got a 60 FPS patch. Days Gone, Last of Us Part 2, Horizon, Forbidden West, or Zero Dawn.
And are they suppressing the potential frame rate? Because we know there are games that just automatically run better, that run 60 frames.
They could just take the frame
from
rate
Switch to
cap
Switch
off or put it at 60.
Right. You have to do any work.
You don't have to do anything. I guess just make sure it works, but that's an insult to me. Like, if you want to just play the game at 60 FPS, you have to pay the $20 upgrade. Like,
that's insane. That is insane.
What's
I bought the new hardware. I should be able to benefit from buying your new hardware automatically. That's how it
I
works
wonder what the Mario
everywhere else.
Wonder Switch 2 edition cost. Is that gonna be 70 or 80? Because that has new content. So is that an $80 Switch 2 edition? Let me look. If it's got a price. It's 2026. It might not have a price. Like, and I'm not sure the extent of that additional stuff, so I can't really say. But I'm gonna guess it's not gonna be game changing. I don't see a price.
Switch 2. That's what we talk about. Switch 2 remorsers.
There's no official announcement of the Switch 2 edition pricing for Mario Wonder. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be 80 because the game's 60. It's got new content so far. If they put any new content, it's been a $20 upgrade. $10 just for a performance update. And can we, Nintendo, with the Metroid Prime 4 Switch 2 box art, can we just drop the stupid disclaimer, put it on the back? Come on. It looks so hideous, and I don't like the red Switch 2 bar. That's that thick red bar. Metroid Prime Switch or 4 on Switch 1 looks, the box art
Even
so
on this,
better. That looks okay, but still, like, yeah, it fits in with the background.
because it's a special edition. That's why, and yeah, it fits the color scheme.
I don't think it look. I thought it looked good with the DK.
My third physical Switch game, folks.
Is it actually on the cart?
Yeah, it's actually on the cart. It's one of the few games that's actually on the cart. But it runs like ass. Apparently, it doesn't run as good as it should. So, and we need a patch before I even play this bit.
That's weird. Usually when I open up an image in a new tab, it gives me a full screen, but it's giving me, maybe I do a new window. It's giving me all the ads and shit. Copy. What the hell? They changed something. They must not have liked when people looked at an image. And I don't Google images. You used to be able to right click and say open image in new window, and it'd just be the image without all the bullshit, but I can't get that.
Here, Lenny. Here.
Anyway,
Furukawa and Doug Bowser are damaging the legacy and the brand of Nintendo.
I mean, when people who aren't normally talking about Nintendo are talking about it, look at that ugly ass box art on the right. Like, there we go. The red doesn't go good with the purple, even though Samus has red on her helmet. It just, in this photo, it doesn't look right to me. And then the stupid Switch 2 edition. I don't like that logo.
And this is what I'm talking about, folks. When I talk about, because some people challenge me on Nintendo being corporate, but this is some corporate ass shit right here.
QR code on the front, just
right. This is very like corporation branding. Not even thinking about, what the aesthetics of it, the art. Not caring about that at all. Just slap on the fucking disclaimer, slap on the big bar so people know this is not a Switch 1 game.
They still
even though it is.
Even officially confirmed the Switch 2 editions, what they actually are. Like, because at launch, I forget which game it was. They're like, yeah, I can play this in the Switch 1 without it. Just works. Like, they were surprised.
They didn't say anything about that shit.
Nintendo has not talked about that. So, was it? I don't know if it was Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, or it was a third-party game. But someone said, yeah, this.
I think it was a third-party game.
Well, the Switch. We know now that the Switch 1 carts was like read speeds of 90 megabytes per second. Switch 2 is like 400 megabytes per second. There's a huge difference. So, like, I would assume it's not on a Switch 1 cart. So the Switch 1 can actually handle a Switch 2 cartridge, like the speeds and stuff. Like,
what's up with that?
I mean, they just don't tell us. That was one thing. I don't know. I didn't look at her channel name. The video I was talking about earlier. She did mention the lack of Nintendo's being just telling us stuff. Like, why don't we know that? Like, it's just crazy. And
they've been very bad about telling us these little things.
So it's frustrating, and there are still people who will defend everything Nintendo does, but I don't see them as often. I don't see that stuff as much. I don't know if
Oh,
they're just
there's a couple guys. My God.
still fighting that fight or not. But what I mean, I still think the price on the Switch 2 is fine for what it is. It's
Yeah.
I mean, the
Console
portable
itself
mode.
is fine.
The portable was greatly improved over Switch One, and the docked experience was greatly improved over Switch One. And yeah, I've been when I am playing it, I'm not I do enjoy it. And you got a Switch 2 Pro controller now or I don't know if you got it yet, but you got one for a
No.
great deal. The HD
$56,
the HD
motherfucker.
Rumble on that is amazing. Playing Hollow Knight when you're out in the rain, you feel the droplets all over the controller, just like on the
No.
DualSense. You don't have
That
quite the same.
that's why I wanted to buy one. Because when you said that, I was like, well,
I don't even know if Nintendo's
it's
gonna
time.
is gonna use it that good. Like that's the other thing. That girl said the amiibo pricing, $40 Galaxy amiibos. I didn't know they were making Galaxy amiibos. I think she said Galaxy. $40 each. She's like, you can buy a Hollow Knight and Silk Song for $40. like, like
Yes,
combined.
Muhammad, that Super Mario Brothers Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 Edition meet up in Bella Bell Park.
That's the title. Yeah.
That is some corporate ass.
Nintendo's always been like that with stuff. Though.
They've always been that way.
That's
But it's
very
just
Nintendo.
it feels even worse now.
Yeah, the Switch
Like
2 edition
with everything
part,
else.
but yeah, the meet up, and they've always had super long names. You always have to say the Pokemon name in full for each version. You know, it's just silly, but
Plus meet up in Bell. God dang. God
and you know
dang.
what? I've been meaning to say this for a while, and it kind of hurts my soul to think about this. So going back to after Odyssey. I mean, I loved Odyssey. I really liked Odyssey the first time. I liked it more the second time once I just focused on like the main game stuff. Didn't do all the extra moons, all the coin farming for moons and shit. Great game. Since then, Nintendo like main Mario team or anything main Mario related, I thought Bowser's Fury was fine. I didn't think it was, particular. I think it's fun, but the formula is too repetitive for me. Like in the Bowser,
Yeah.
the Giga Bowser or whatever is such a joke.
Popping up.
He just shows
Yeah.
up. If you dodge him for a minute, he disappears. Or if you get a star within 5 seconds, he disappears. It's
Just go
just
somewhere and hide.
it was supposed to be this big thing, and it's just more of an inconvenience. So Bowser's Fury, I didn't. I mean, Wonder's fine, but I didn't love Wonder. It wasn't like, oh my god, this is top of my list. Like it's not even. I don't even know where it ranks in my 2D Mario list. It's fine, but not amazing for me. Now Donkey Kong Bonanza, mainline Mario team, it's fine, but it's not amazing. The Mario movie, fine, but not amazing. I'm like, that man. I know the movie's not the same, but since Odyssey, Nintendo's really let me down. I mean, if you want to, based on expectations in previous games, I know there's people who absolutely loved Wonder, who absolutely loved Donkey Kong, but for me, I don't know what it is. I don't know, like, I hate to say, I almost wanted to say I grew up, Nintendo didn't grow up with me. I thought that, literally thought, is that apply to me? Like, this Mario team has not delivered for me.
Since Odyssey.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
I mean, and technically, I enjoy Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't want another game like that. I don't want them to follow the same formula for a third time, like that. In that long wait to get what it was, yeah, I would have rather, without knowing what the next game is, knowing now what I know, I would have been probably at this point. I feel like I would have been better with just a brand new from scratch. Take Zelda in a new direction again, or not a new direct, completely new story, new Hyrule. I think I would have preferred that, not knowing what it would be. But
I know I would have after getting Tears of the Kingdom. Y'all know how I feel about it.
Had some great stuff in it, but
yeah,
it just like the DLC for Breath of the Wild didn't go the place I hoped. The Age of Calamity didn't go in the direction I thought it was just going to be, like Clocktit's video, like the perfect prequel to Breath of the Wild, Instead, they did an alternate universe, alternate dimension shit, and it was cool, but it's not what I wanted. And I hope Age of Imprisonment, that better just be the imprisoning war, exactly how they meant it, tie in perfectly with Tears of the Kingdom. I don't want no alternate reality nonsense at all. Um, I'd be very disappointed. Galaxy 1 and 2 are way better 3D Mario than Odyssey. I went back and played Galaxy 1 and 2 after Odyssey, and I don't know if I can agree with that. Odyssey has some cool stuff, but
I can live with
Galaxy
better.
Galaxy 1 and 2
Way better.
Galaxy 1 and 2 has some really cool stuff in it. Like
Oh yeah.
like the 2D gravity sections, just the cool being on these little planetoids. But Galaxy 1 and 2 also suffer from not level design, but it's like just kind of there's a lot of just jumping from one planetoid to the next, and it's just a little tiny thing. You do one little thing, and you jump into the next one. There's not like a big. There's a few like really big areas to explore, in you know, where you're not just constantly shooting off. But going back to Galaxy 1 and 2 after Odyssey, I actually lowered my rankings of Galaxy 1 and 2 slightly. Like, just the way Odyssey controls alone. And when Odyssey.
You just say Goddessy?
Yeah, I don't know if I did, but
it sounded like you said Goddessy.
There's plenty of moons in Odyssey where it's just stuff that's not really that fun, or it's just like, oh, here's a moon. Oh, look at this new backdrop. Can you hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds like echoey though. I don't know if that's just because your room's got nothing.
Yeah, it's completely
on the walls.
The room.
Can you get your mic a little closer though? You're pretty quiet.
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
I want T to drown you out again.
All right, can you still hear me?
Yep.
I tend to do that. My big ass mouth.
So we're just, kind of jumping around a little bit. I know you're a little more positive Nintendo kind of focus. How do you feel about some of the pricing that Nintendo's been since the Switch 2 basically? I don't know. I'm sure you talked about the Switch 2 price itself, but like when it comes to their gaming pricing, the DLC for Donkey Kong, the Galaxy 1 and 2, which we haven't touched. Team talked about it twice now in his videos, but $70 for those two games, $20 for DLC for Donkey Kong, $20 DLC for Pokemon before the game's even out, $20 Switch 2 upgrade editions. What do you think of all that?
How much was Donkey Kong?
20.
The DLC? 20?
Yeah, it ain't worth 20. From what I see.
I mean, from what I saw, I would agree. I would probably price maybe closer. But then I don't know how much is actually in the game
it's
either.
Just whatever that mode is, that time attack kind of, I don't know what it's called.
So there's not really much exploring as far as
roguelite.
The Donkey Kong Island is just there's nothing. It's just I guess you can destroy it. I'm not sure how.
It's just a big head of Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
it's a big Donkey Kong head, just like
find in there. So to me, that sounds like free $99. That doesn't sound like even $10.
Yeah, that's something that you should just throw in there for the fans.
I probably, if it was going to be charged, I mean, I would say. Maybe $10 maybe. Like $20, I think $20 is a little steep. Unless you plan on like doing some updates with the DLC, which most companies don't do. Yeah, like most companies don't do add on to like the DLC already. They usually add on to the base game. So yeah, that's kind of steep. Mario. So I had looked up Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 the other day, just to kind of get like a rough range of how much it would be. And for Wii, I believe it's still hovering around like $20 to $23, somewhere in that area.
Is that used or new?
Used.
Oh.
So I'm thinking about that, and they've done like the upscaling and all that other stuff. It's not like they've come with new textures, so I can't give it that.
Yeah, they've actually made it better. than the 3D All Stars version of
Well, just
Yeah.
based
Mario
on the
Galaxy.
initial footage.
And
I mean,
yeah, and that was the only one that wasn't emulated, right? The other two games in All
I
Stars
think
were
Galaxy
emulated.
was partially
I
emulated.
think, yeah, I don't really remember, honestly.
So okay, so let's just take into account that it's not. Let's just say it's not emulated. We got
Yeah,
up
these better be
resolution.
like native Switch 2 versions. If you're like,
Yeah, and okay, and so let me ask too, like what as far as like controls, like are they still emulating like Wii
yeah, I'm
controls?
not
Like
sure.
what are we looking at? So okay, so
Maybe with
if
It has
Joy-Con.
mouse control. It has mouse
it has
control.
mouse control, so
Yeah,
they've done some work to the
How you
yeah,
game.
they
gonna
done some work. Yeah,
how you gonna do mouse controls with also having to do all this precision jumping and stuff with the right? That would be tough. I think. I'm sure you get used to it, but that does not sound appealing, unless it's just
Yeah.
mouse controls for the second player with the star bits, the pointer.
So
it might be something like that. I just know it has mouse control. I just saw a general statement about it having mouse control.
you're talking about $40 a game separate, 35 a game together.
Oh, it's
basically.
if
Yeah.
you buy them separate, it's 40.
Yeah, it's 40. It's
Are
more.
you kidding me? Well, at
Yeah.
least they're giving you a deal for the bundle, but how many like 10 million copies of that 3D All Stars has sold? At least 10 million. So there's
10 million, yeah, at
there's
least.
a lot of people that have that already.
So you know what you're saying to them? Fuck you. Pay $5 more.
Pay $40 for Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying pay $5 more than everybody else who's gonna buy the dual pack.
Mhm.
Like fuck, like that's kind of cold. That's kind of
You remember-
calculating.
Remember how up in arms people got about the Spider-Man remaster with the it was the bundle with Miles Morales and Spider-Man remaster for
Mhm.
Jay Biggs
Yeah.
can't hear me? Come on. We didn't make it this far in the podcast.
I can hear you just fine.
Like we made it this far into the podcast and someone's saying they
yeah,
can't hear me. I'd be pissed because somebody already said.
There's a ton of people.
Unless it just happened. I mean, I'm still showing on the OBS. So, anybody else concur? Can you not hear me? Why don't you say?
Well, Donnie Arts is also saying, can't hear you. So yeah, juice is super low.
What the fuck?
Donnie
This
Arts.
whole time? Let me see. I don't know. How's this? I'm gonna pull a sandstorm. I have to put it like right next.
Oh
to
Lord, I gotta turn you down.
You guys is gonna be loud, but
yeah.
and what was I was just reading something. I was just saying something.
No.
Um.
You said not the whole time, which is weird.
I was talking about Galaxy 1 and 2 still, I believe. Oh, the Sony. Miles Morales, which was a shorter game, but it was a new Spider-Man game. I think it was like a 10-hour game, maybe. I forget.
Mhm.
Plus, they complete remastered the first game, which they had to replace all the textures so there could be reflective surfaces for ray tracing. I remember we were mad at that for being 70. Like, it was a fairly good chunk of a not a full. I wouldn't call Miles Morales a full game, but it was a decent size basically a new expansion and a nice remaster for 70. And I remember I was mad at that price as well. And I'm just like, I don't care what the used value a Wii game. That's a no longer sold game. That's gonna have more value. You can't judge the price of a re-release off of what the old disc or cartridge version cost, because there's only a limit. I mean, there was a lot of those games sold, but there's not a lot of people going to be parting with their Galaxy 1 and 2 Wii versions of physical. That doesn't even factor into me at all. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, $40 for 1 and 2, maybe $50 since they've
$25 for a fucking piece of cardboard. No,
I don't see any justification unless I see that this is a full remaster of both games, and I'm convinced that it's like, it was a not ground up remake, but full remaster. All these improvements. The games already ran at 60 FPS on Wii. They already looked really good on Wii. Obviously, they look even better HD 4K. And
we know they did add some stuff to it, with the like Rosalina books and
yeah, I will see. Like I said, we'll see what it actually looks like. But like,
still, I'm thinking 60 like max at that.
I just can't. $70. That's to me that's one of the more egregious examples of their pricing for me personally.
I mean, I can see. Okay, you want to remaster? They are remasters. You want to sell them for $30? I can roll with that. But they had to push it the extra. They had to get that extra 10 out, and I'm like, y'all ain't got to do that. Y'all ain't have to do that.
Let me reload.
But like I said in my video, that's not even the most egregious thing to me. I can kind of roll with it. That's not the most painful thing. It's that damn. Honestly, it's that damn Virtual Boy. That Virtual Boy shell for $100 goddamn dollars. Kiss my black ass. Are you serious?
They obviously cleaned up the HUD. I think you were trying to think of the word HUD, like the everything on the screen, the text and stuff.
Oh yes, thank you.
It's funny when I watch your videos, I know the answer. I know the word
exactly what I'm trying to say
every time. I was like, I could finish his sentence.
My
so this to me, if this is the actual Switch 2 version, I guess reports saying it was just 1080p footage. This does not look like a remaster to me, because I've already seen the All Stars version. So this looks like a high-res Wii game. This does not look like a remaster, redoing textures. Like, obviously there's no additional polygon. There's no extra frame rate. I don't think these have 120 FPS mode. Correct me if I'm wrong. This does not look like... Obviously, like I said, I've already seen the 3D All-Stars footage.
It was like Dolphin Emulator.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing Jaggies. This does not look like...
And it only looks as good because the looking game was already gorgeous.
No new lighting. It looks like the Wii version at higher resolution. To me, that's...
I'm actually fine with no new lighting because...
yeah, I mean, that's a quite...
They tend to do too much, like...
Overblooming.
Blooming, yeah. I'm glad they didn't mess with the lighting.
I mean, I'm sorry. This I go back to my $40 for the bundle. I'll give them $50 for the physical, and that's it. If this is actually the footage, I don't know. I might have clicked the wrong video, because this is Mario Galaxy plus Galaxy 2.
50 is probably where it should be. 60 would be way more.
Yeah, they didn't do a 7-minute video on this, so this is. Maybe they did, because this is definitely.
No, they did a 7-minute video. It had no new, like you would think they would have some like new information, but it didn't.
This 2 looks better than 1 so far.
Tell us what you did. I don't even think they even mentioned the mouse control shit in there. You had to find it on the website. I'm like, what? Then why did you even make this video?
I mean, this definitely seeing Galaxy 2 in HD for the first time, but still, it's like. It doesn't look as... I don't even remember that.
Like, I'm completely fine just playing my Galaxies on the Wii U. Like, my Wii U still out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm completely fine just playing Galaxy 1 and 2 on my Wii U.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing anything that's convinced me that they remastered like all the textures and stuff, but could be proven wrong.
I don't know if you bought it, but I bought the like the digital version on Wii U. I didn't have to. It was just more convenient.
I think
it was like super cheap. That's why I bought it. Wasn't it like $10 or something?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was $10.
Yeah. But it was. I mean, it booted into the Wii game. Like it's just a digital
it's still a
Wii
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we should be seeing like Jaggies and stuff on a remaster on Switch 2.
That was Iwata's era. That was Iwata.
This should be so clean. I should be like, damn, I gotta have this game. To me, that's what this game should look like in 4K or whatever they're saying. It's not actually 4K. I guess this video is only 1080p, so we'll see what the final product looks like. But
I heard it was 4K.
Nope, 1080p is the max quality.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They tripping.
But
Is it just for Switch 2 or is it also for Switch?
I think it's on Switch
For
1 as well.
For Switch, they want $70 for a Switch game.
That's probably why
The Switch 2
it was
version
only
should-
in 1080p.
I wonder if there'll even be like a side by side, if they'll even see a massive difference between Switch 2 and Switch 1 version. Maybe this is the Switch 1 version and it just plays on Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is a Switch game. It says Nintendo Switch right on the it doesn't even say Switch 2. This is a Switch 1 game that's going to be playable.
What made Galaxy 2 worse to play on Wii U? J Biggs. It's like
play with the
you
Wii
literally
remote
boot-
nunchuck. I don't know.
Maybe he didn't like that. You literally boot into Wii
It's
mode.
just a Wii game, and
Yeah.
unless you didn't have the, I think you still had to play with the Wii remote nunchuck.
It's not like the N64 where all the N64 games look dark and shit.
Mhm.
They had this darkness to them.
So it's a Switch 1 game, and there's just going to be some upgrades. So it's not built for Switch. It's just some add-ons to Switch 2. See, I didn't know that. That makes it even worse that it's $70. It's a Switch 1 game.
Right. I feel
And
bad
then
for the people
if you play
playing
it on
$70
Switch
on
2,
Switch.
you get a resolution bump, which isn't going to, I bet you, barely be noticeable. So yeah, we can't linger on that too long. Still got the whole Direct. You mentioned the Virtual Boy stuff. Was there 12 Virtual Boy games total? Like, didn't they make 12 total?
Yeah, something like that.
You're gonna pay $100 to be able to play.
And only three of them are any good. I'll tell you that right
and
now.
how many are available day one on the Switch Online?
That's another thing. They're gonna trickle them bitches out. Them little 12 games. They're gonna trickle them shits out. But you know
$100.
what? You can download all Virtual Boy games right now on your 3DS and play them bitches just as good, at no extra cost.
I mean, I wouldn't mind trying a Virtual Boy game for the first time. I played a demo in Toys R Us when it before it came out.
But you want to play it with the 3D. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to pay an extra $25.
Isn't there
for
like a
the-
cardboard version of it?
Yeah, that's the one that's 25. You gotta pay $25 for that. And obviously you ain't paying no $100 for
And you have
the
to hold it
plastic-
to your face
plastic shell.
because it doesn't have
Right.
a stand.
Or you gotta lean into it like they want you to have that same bullshit. Like, dude, does Nintendo realize we didn't like the Virtual Boy? Like, that was not a good system.
What about making it like have an option to just strap it to your head and have a really cool like Virtual Boy themed
has-
VR headset? That'd been.
It probably has a option. So you can strap
They're
it.
not gonna do it. Somebody might come out with one.
I have one already, so
But like,
I already
imagine
have
the
a
Virtual Boy looks
head
just
strap.
like it, but then you can put a strap on it, and you don't have to do what, even put the Joy Cons like and hold them up. That's what they showed.
Well, the original Virtual Boy was they were gonna put out a actual head strap for the thing. Obviously, it didn't sell well enough. They neither gave a shit about it anymore. But it did have an actual head strap in the works. Deep cut for you there.
I bet that was
but
heavy.
it just never
though.
happened.
I bet that would have been ridiculous.
Right.
The Switch 2 is going to be heavy on your face. That's probably why they're not gonna. That's why they have it on the stand.
Oh, and the best thing about the Virtual Boy, you don't get to have, which is the controller. That Virtual Boy controller is great, but you don't get that as part of your shell.
For
gotta use
$100,
your
you
Switch.
should have the damn controller built in because
Right.
it's just lenses in
Right.
the plastic.
Right. Now, if you had that controller with it, I'd be like, all right, I can hear you. I can. We can talk now. We can conversate. But you don't have the controller? Nah, I can't mess with you.
Let me ask this.
There's little holes on the side, I guess, so it does look like there could be some sort of
I know you need Nintendo Switch Online to like
Mhm.
play these games. Well,
expansion.
why can't you buy the games and buy the thing just in the store and buy the games, buy a pack of Virtual Boy games for $20 or whatever and just own them? Like, why does it limited? See, this is where I have to agree with some of the PC guys,
Yeah.
all these nonsense. Why is the purchase of something like this tied to a Nintendo Switch Online, and then they're also super hard to get? Just if they're readily available, fine. But what are the chances of one of us actually being able to get one of these? Do you
Yeah, the
think?
games are hundreds of dollars. Some of them.
Like, do you
especially
feel, do you
Wario,
feel confident that you could
yeah, the
buy
Wario
this
one's
if you
up
really
there.
wanted to?
The Wario game is fucking expensive.
Either of you feel confident that you could actually
Oh, I
pick one
hear
of
you.
these up? Like,
Pick one up to do what?
if you wanted to buy one, what do you think your chances are of just getting one?
It's probably gonna be tough
Actually,
because
I'm
You're gonna
actually
still-
looking into buying one, so
I
I'm gonna
mean,
pick up the
there's definitely
big boy.
some. Is that the what the actual stand looked like? I don't even remember.
Kind of. It's very similar to the whole setup. Besides you putting the switch into the lens.
Exactly. But you paying $100 for that? That's my biggest problem with that. Like I can't enjoy the Virtual Boy stuff unless I have that $100 shell or even like the cardboard shell, right? But I can't even use that bit outside of your service. That's not fair to me. I
Pay
have to buy a piece of
$100
hardware.
and it'd be
I have to buy a
locked.
piece of hardware to use the service I'm already paying for. Fuck you. Like, no.
Yeah, that's
No.
it. Totally could have
Yeah,
came with this
that
controller.
that part I'll agree. Like, I think it's kind of crazy that you have to buy one of the two in order to
Yeah.
actually play.
Because you need the lens. You need the lenses to get the 3D effect.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be
you have to buy it.
It's gonna be side by side because it's VR, so it's gonna be you wouldn't be able to play it in 2D.
No, I mean you can't. Technically, you can play, but you don't want to play virtual board games in 2D because you
It
lose
does
the
not
depth.
work.
It messes the game up
Yeah.
completely.
This controller doesn't look like something they couldn't have reproduced, and for $100. I'm sorry, that should be. It doesn't look like. I mean, it's not nothing crazy, but 2D pads.
It says
Eric says he
it
likes his
says
eyes
here-
functioning.
the cost of the original Virtual Boy was 180.
Yeah,
So equivalent.
that bitch
today
had hardware in
would
it.
be
It
roughly,
wasn't just a...
it'd be roughly $380.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
that had processing. This is just lenses and plastic shell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna be the same
collector
size.
in me. The collector in me has always wanted a virtual boy. Like I never plan on playing. I kind of don't even care if it works. I just kind of want to have the virtual boy.
Yeah.
So
But
instead
you
of
have it.
spending, instead of spending $100 on this thing that I'm required to have a goddamn service that is stuck to online, I'd rather take that $100 and put it towards my real virtual boy and put that bitch on the shelf. I'm happy with that. So that's what I'm gonna do.
This thing's got to
You
be
know.
bigger than the Switch 2 version to hold that tablet. It's got to be bigger than the original. I'd
Yeah.
be curious, side
Yeah.
by side. But
I'm sad because I'm like I know my my strap-on headset. Well, I guess I could just play it on my OLED and play because it's for both systems, isn't it? On Switch 1 as well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
so if I wanted to do that, which I'm not, but
some
yeah,
of
at least there's that
their
option.
I wonder how that works though. Like, because both of those screens are the same size. So do they change the lenses, like the focus? The
it's
focus
probably
part or the
either an
lenses?
adjustment
yeah.
or
You have to adjust it probably manually.
yeah. It's just I'm questioning, like, just make it available to whoever wants to buy it, and make the games available, and yeah, that would be appealing to me.
It feels like Furukawa is just like, I mean, he is the numbers dude. It just feels like he's just sitting back looking at the history of Nintendo and saying, where did we not make money? Oh, Virtual Boy. Oh, we can fix that right here. And they're
Or he's
basically gonna sell.
Looking at
Oh.
all the controllers and stuff that have been specifically tied to the Switch Online, they probably do
Mhm.
well, and they're like, oh, what else do we have we can do? What else, Wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
they did it with Wii U. They're like, oh, we got to re-up, so that's why you get all the ports to the Switch, and
But
that
also
worked
means-
out. That worked out well for them. Is GameCube coming? Are we gonna get some kind of? Well, we already got the GameCube online, so I don't know what they can
And
really
they got
do.
the GameCube controller
gouges
years
with that.
ago. I don't know if they're gonna.
Yeah.
They resold that for. How many GameCube
And
games
you can
are there now?
you can literally just use your GameCube controller if you have the USB
yeah.
Wii U
adapter.
thing or the Switch. Yeah, the adapter. So that at least that's cool.
How many GameCube games are there now on Switch Online? 5?
I don't know.
There's more than that.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, like, because I'd rather just play on my GameCube. So that
Honestly,
was
like,
never gonna move me.
I would probably at least give Sunshine a couple hours once it's on there, just because I've been hating on it for so long. Maybe I just need to play it and actually have some recent impressions of it. I don't know. but
You're
there's
gonna use
really
your,
not a
you're
lot
gonna
of
use your
GameCube
controller.
games
Yeah.
that I'm not gonna like. Yeah, you had because of the trigger, the analog triggers.
Right.
Um,
Well, you can play without that because 3D what is it?
3D All Stars.
3D All Stars at first did not have the analog
Yeah.
triggers.
It might not be
They
that
had to
important,
patch it in. They patched it in later. I think it's important. They patched it in later though, but at first it didn't have it. So
Yeah, there's not a lot
people-
really calling me to the GameCube like games so far.
I mean, Soul Calibur held me for a little bit.
I played
Yeah.
like
And-
3 matches. I was like, yeah,
And
that's
then-
fun.
F-Zero, of course, because I want to
Yeah.
go back and finish it.
like I think it's cool, especially because GameCube games they've gone up like
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Wave Race Blue
So
Storm
I
would
think
be
it's
nice.
cool for people who don't have a big stupid ass collection behind their backs and shit.
Mhm.
And it's I don't I don't begrudge it at all. I think it's cool to give fans a way to play these old games. Some of them who
Yeah,
never played this shit before. Yeah,
Mhm. There's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of them
was
that
with
I never got a chance to play Blue Storm or 1080, the
Yeah.
Avalanche.
yeah.
So
Blue
there's-
Storm would
there's a-
definitely. So there's 5 games right now.
Blue Storm disappointed me, but
I think it'd be cool to play it again. but-
it'd be cool to play.
so there's 5
It's
games.
it's a gorgeous game. but
Chibi Robo
Control-wise.
Oh, I forgot.
and
you did.
Strikers on top of the original 3
Yeah.
F-Zero, Wind Waker, and Soul Calibur. Yeah,
And you want to play this game today? You paying $160 plus for this bit.
and I never played it, so I might at least check it out. But
It's very cool.
Yeah, and they did
Cubivore-
redo,
I'm guessing this will probably come. I'm knocking shit all over the place. Cubivore will probably come, and that game is.
don't drop your
Probably
Super
$300.
Street Fighter 2. Or yes,
Oh yeah,
it's
did
upside. It
knock
was
it over.
upside down.
it's upside down. I didn't notice.
So yeah, they did sell a GameCube controller with the Switch 2. I forgot.
Yeah, they did.
And
I mean, that's an opportunity. to
$70?
play,
it's 70. The GameCube
What?
controller is $70 for Switch Online. Oh my! For Switch
yeah,
2.
because it works. Because it works for Switch too.
Yeah, but it
Oh,
doesn't have all
what?
the
Even,
buttons.
even outside the GameCube.
Wow.
Yeah, but it doesn't have all the
Why
buttons.
just said he never got to play Eternal Darkness and Geist 2 are the best. Like, see that's what makes this really good, especially when it comes to GameCube, especially.
But when are we
Yeah.
getting Geist? I mean, if it even comes, that's the thing.
I think
I
we'll
mean,
get Geist. I think
you
we'll
get
get
all
that.
the Pokemon stadiums. You're probably gonna get Luigi's Mansion at some point in time.
You'll definitely get
But
Eternal Darkness.
The games that I really hope, Eternal Darkness. That's really I hope that comes. I really, really hope Star Wars comes, but we'll see how
Ju-
that works.
Juice
but
hopes he
if they
comes
could
too,
get-
because he told me his.
If they could get 007 with Rare, then I believe they can be able to get Star Wars through
Mm.
Disney and Factor 5. So yeah, I think
That's the
it's-
thing,
Yeah, I
man.
think, I
Like,
think they'll work out. I think they'll work out Star Wars.
the
Custom
N64
Robo,
games,
like-
that hasn't grown to
Custom
the level.
Robo, yeah.
I don't think N64 games on there is even that large of a.
Because everybody says there's only 20 good N64 games anyway, and so that's what I always hear. So they're mostly there. Are they? Did they have Banjo yet?
I think so.
1 and 2.
Yeah, they
They
have
got
Banjo
both
1
of
and 2. Okay, that's sad. I own this shit. I don't even know if it's
Let's
on
see.
there.
1, 2, 3. There's a decent
I-
list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I
7,
think
8,
it's a
9,
pretty
10,
good list that
11.
they have.
Yeah.
The only one they're really missing is Donkey Kong 64 still.
I mean, what
There's
y'all gonna
37.
play? Destruction Derby 64. No one want that shit, except for me. If I didn't have it, like, oh yeah, there's not a lot of that's that game N64, unless you talk
Yeah.
about like the wrestling games and shit.
No Diddy Kong Racing on there.
No Diddy Kong yet. Yeah, I'm sure Diddy Kong will show up. The licensing for the wrestling games that probably will never happen.
I don't
So
know. How
that
long
was
has it been
wonderful.
since they added N64? There's 30 something games. I mean, I just think that's going to taper off.
I mean, if it helps any, I feel like they just put on another NES or Super NES game like a month. or
Yeah,
two
some
ago.
obscure ass game that
Killer Instinct
nobody
Gold.
cares about.
Do I even want to go back and try Killer Instinct Gold after 20 something years after the one time I played it after I rented it from Blockbuster Video?
The game is fine. I highly not recommend playing it with a Switch 2 controller because the button layout is
What?
atrocious.
Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about the Nintendo Direct from a week and a half ago. I heard people saying it might be the best Direct ever, and I've seen people say it was what.
Hold on, I'll be right back. You guys go ahead.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
And I'm like, I didn't watch it from start to finish. I skipped through when it said, "Oh, now Switch 1 games." I just dragged and fast forward, saw that nothing. They didn't even show the Rhythm Heaven game, which is weird, but
Yeah, a lot of people were looking forward to that.
when it showed all the new games getting upgrades, I'm like, there wasn't one fucking game like.
I didn't care.
Not even just like for. I'm just like, what are these games? Like, where are your Nintendo first party, Metroid Dreads, those type of games getting free upgrades? Like, why was it? It was mostly like third party, almost like some indie games in there. It's like, what the hell? I don't see how it was even considered the best Direct ever, unless there was just some specific game that people got super excited for. But it wasn't bad though. I mean, got a new Fire Emblem. They showed the Resident Evil, which was a brand new trailer for the. I don't know if Nintendo's ever had, since Resident Evil 4, has Nintendo ever had an exclusive new trailer for a new Resident Evil game on their for their?
No.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it was a great trailer.
Other than like Revelations
Yeah,
on the 3DS, that was it.
A Mario Tennis game does not move me after I bought Aces.
Nope, I don't trust it. I just don't. I hope it's good. If it's good, I'm gonna buy it. But I can't get excited for it because of what we've had with Mario sports games recently. Like it just ain't doing it. They're not doing it.
Another Kirby Air Riders Direct, like announcement for another Air Riders.
Yeah, did you see that shit?
I was like, are you kidding me? The Mario 40th was cool that they acknowledged it. Spent a good amount of time. But what was it? It was the Wonder Switch 2 edition. It was the DK DLC,
yeah.
Galaxy 1 and 2, the movie announcement of it being a Mario Galaxy. What again?
A terrible trailer for Metroid
Super
Prime
Mario
4.
Galaxy the movie. Like, why do you have to put the movie in it? The very first Mario Brothers had movie in it, didn't it?
You do that with the first one. No. It was just called Super Mario Brothers, the live action one.
Okay.
It was just called Super Mario Brothers, which what it should be called. We understand it's a movie, motherfucker. We at the movie theater. We don't need you to
Super
tell
Mario
us
Galaxy,
the movie. It's
like,
stupid.
You went from. I mean, I have no hope for Illumination.
The Super Mario Brothers movie to Super Mario Galaxy, the movie. What? Why do we do this?
Illumination has not a great track record with sequels, and I have no hope in that movie. But I mean, if it's
I
good,
will say it's a little different because it is based on a game. So there's going to be a completely different style going on. It's not just it's part 2 of what you already saw. So there's a little bit of hope.
Rosalina will be in it. So
Rosalina, there's a whole storyline with her, and so I think they'll be okay if they don't barrel through that too quickly. And
I don't want any music montages with like modern music, not modern, but like music from the 80s to now. Like I want Mario Brothers music throughout the whole movie. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear AC/DC.
There's plenty of Mario music you can use.
I don't want to hear none of that. It's Galaxy, some of the best video game music of all time. I don't want to hear
right out of the movie.
I don't want to hear AHA, AC/DC, freaking Beastie Boys,
Sugar Ray, and none of this shit. I don't hear none of that shit, bro.
Well,
I just want to fly. When he's flying around and shit, fuck out. I'm done. I'm gonna get up out the theater and leave.
Get away!
Lenny Kravitz.
I'm gonna get up out my seat and get away. Get out of here with that.
Yeah,
that's probably one they would use over.
Illumination does. They do that. In Despicable Me, I don't think they even did it in that movie. But ending the movie like since Shrek with like a pop song like dance during the credits, that's fine.
And by the way, I'm probably the only people nerdy like me. The Illumination guy came can you get a better fucking green screen, bro? That shit looked cheap as hell to me. I'm like,
Illumination guy.
yeah, his background, that was green screen. It was so bad. Like
I skipped
your
it.
illumination, you can't do better than that.
Yeah.
I was
When he was
like,
talking.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah, when
I'm
he was
like,
talking, because he came up on the
Mhm.
direct and he was talking, and I meant to mention that in my video, but I didn't. I'm like, bruh, that was the first thing I saw right away. I'm like, that looks terrible. That looks like some fucking what do you call it? A public access green screen. What was that? That was
So
embarrassing.
like, just thinking of the actual plot, I feel like they might as well just do the exact plot from the game at the, you know, if you're gonna call it that, why wouldn't you? Like,
yeah, I'm hoping that's what they're gonna do.
Do you think they're gonna actually have Princess Peach get captured though?
no. Somebody mentioned, I don't know if it was Jay Biggs or who, but they said if they weren't going to do the exact,
She didn't get captured in the first one, right?
No, she was like more powerful than Mario.
Right.
I think he said, you know, if Bowser tries to swoon over Rosalina instead, you know, trying to make Peach jealous. I guess
that's creepy. It's creepy. Because there's the whole lore about Rosalina being her daughter.
Right. That part.
This is creep.
I still think of Grace Randolph. First, her prediction that the movie isn't going to do well, and then not understanding why Bowser, like, why he's obsessed with Peach. That's just Bowser.
Bro.
Always obsessed with Peach.
Quick aside, I know you haven't seen the movie yet, but Superman, she was so pissed off at what's his name, the other reporter guy.
Jimmy
what's his
Olsen?
name? Jimmy Olsen. Because he was a womanizer. I was like, she spent so much time complaining about. I'm like, really? That was a blip in the movie. What is wrong with you, lady? But anyway, go ahead.
People like her are the reason that they try, like, they think they can't have characters have, like, flaws and stuff, like in the Avatar.
But it's a joke. Jimmy Olsen is not a good-looking dude. The joke was that he can pull all these fine women. It's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you getting upset about that? Like, it's just it's ridiculous.
The Avatar, the Netflix live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender. Almost every reaction, I've watched like 20 different reactions of the entire series of the original. Top 3 favorite character for everybody's Sokka. Women love Sokka. Guys like Sokka. They went out of their way to get rid of the early sexist comments that he says, that then he learns his lesson. Like 4 episodes into the show, he learns his lesson and becomes a better person. And they went out of their way to take that stuff out because they didn't want to be offensive. Like, I know this is a side tangent, but it's like, that's how you grow.
Character growth.
He was on a village. He was the only adult, quote unquote adult. He's like teenager. He's like 16 years old, male, with a sister, with all the women, because all the men left for war. So he's the only boy. Obviously, he's gonna have some issues. You know, he's probably constantly getting yelled at or being told what to do. Of course, he's gonna have some feelings that boys are just better, but he learns that there's female warriors that are amazing, and he falls in love with one, and he learns an actual lesson. And like, oh, we can't have that. But anyway,
nope. Yeah,
I haven't seen Superman, so I'm not sure what that reference is. But like,
I like Superman.
It's okay. It's okay to write human beings with bad characteristics, with bad
flaws.
Traits.
That's what we are flawed. It's okay to have us be flawed.
It's just ridiculous. But I hope I'm wrong. I don't feel like I'm going to be wrong on this, but I hope the movie proves me wrong, and it's
I think it's going to sell well. I think
it's going to do well.
Yeah, I'm sure to do well.
I don't think it's going to do what the first movie did, but
no, probably not. I don't know, man. Galaxy. That's some pull right there. That's some nostalgia.
I know
right
you
there,
guys.
bro.
I know Robert's not here to. I talk to non-gamers about movies, and every person I've asked about the Mario movie was like, "Yeah, it was fine. It was okay. It's good. No, nothing be above that. No one was like, oh yeah, that was really good. They all thought it was fine.
Yeah, it's for fans.
I don't know if people are going to go back to a new movie after seeing the first one and it's like, yeah, it was fine. Like, that's not like, oh my god, I got to go see the sequel. Unless the trailer looks really good, you know. I just think it was just, obviously children. There hadn't been like a huge like
I hope they're
children's.
sneaking a new villain too.
Well, put it this way. I think that I've asked my kids about it, and like I've shown both of them, and like my daughter's probably closer to like being a Nintendo fan, much closer to being a Nintendo fan than my son is. He's 15, she's 12, and
Holy
like
crap! Our kids are almost the same age, and boy and girl. That's weird.
and they're like whatever, and they're both like really excited to see the movie. So, I I mean, if that tells you as far as age.
Well, I mean, that's who the game was made for.
Okay. She wants to show off and be seen.
Ask her what she thought of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Rhea, what did you think of the Super Mario Brothers movie? I don't know if you heard that. She said it was the best movie ever.
Oh,
Yeah, that's who it was made for. And that's why I'm disappointed with it, because I want it to be made for more than just 12-year-olds. That's how I felt. But
jeez.
Wow.
I didn't go that far.
Listen, he's like, and that's why it sucks.
it gotta be 90 minutes.
I think it could have been improved, but
We can't
I
have
still
any
enjoyed
like
the hell out of it.
we can't have any like moments of where it slows down at all. We just have to have it moving. It has to be moving forward. It's got to be 90 minutes and whatever. I know Retro. This is just going to confirm Retro's theory that I hate the movie. I hate that it's only like an okay movie. I mean, I'm mad that I only think it's okay. I wanted to love it. Like with.
I think it's better than okay, but
I do too. I think they did. I think they did a good job. Like, okay, all things considered, like not being a gamer or
it's
anything
charming
like
as
that.
shit. I think it's super
Like,
charming.
I think if you know not a lot about Mario, I think it does a good job to really get you into Mario without having to like really know any kind of lore or anything like that. So it's like as far as like a movie and trying to get you invested into what may be a franchise, I think it does a good job.
Clearly it hit the mainstream.
Well, yeah.
It didn't
The thing
have a
for
problem
me
with
that I've already mentioned is the things that, because I was a fan, I hated the music montage moments. I hated hearing AC/DC. Every time now I hear AC/DC Thunderstruck play on the radio, I think of the Mario movie. I was like, why? That song should not be associated to
That's kind of crazy to
the
me.
Mario movie. I was so
Right.
mad when I'm in the theater, like got mad when that song played. When the Aha song played, I was going like this. I'm like, why? I love Take On Me. It's one of my favorite songs.
You know what
of all
I think
time.
of when I hear Thunderstruck? I think of Varsity Blues.
It used to be Deadpool. Deadpool 2 when they jump out of the plane was the last.
I go back to '99 and Varsity Blues. That's where that final game.
So that drove me crazy, you know. Plus, it's like just condensing what could be cool stuff, like traveling. The first, I forget what song they use when they're traveling.
It wasn't the final.
With Peach and Mario and Toad. They're kind of just showing them, and in the trailer we got a little more. They didn't show that one scene. They end up in the field of like fire flowers, and it was gorgeous. You know, and they actually stopped.
Fucking gorgeous.
Actually, a moment where the movie slowed down, and that was cool. But the other thing that I just
don't be afraid to give it a little bit of depth. That's all I would say.
Yeah.
Give it some depth.
I'm in the 1%. I thought the Peaches song was the most cringe thing I might have ever seen at a theater. I was just like embarrassed watching that.
You're in the 1%.
Yeah, I was like, this is horrible. Like, this is the dumbest. I was just literally red in the face, embarrassed, sitting in the theater.
That's what gets the kids. That's what gets the
Really?
kids going.
Yeah.
You know how hard. You know how many kids sang that song?
I like
You know
Jack
how-
Black to an extent. I'm not a Tenacious D fan.
Tenacious D, so I'm probably a
School
little biased.
Rock's fun. I watched it one time. I never watched it again, but I like Jack Black in a lot of stuff. I thought he was a great fit. He does Bowser's voice really good. So,
So good.
yeah, just a few things. Like I couldn't even get through the third time I tried to watch the movie. I saw it at the theater. Then I watched it on Paramount or Peacock. I was like, all right. It was a bad theater experience. I was right by the speaker. It was super loud, and I couldn't. It was a bad experience. So I was like, all right, that took away from it. So then I watched it. Peacock streaming 4K looked good. I was like, all right, I watched the movie. I was like, all right, it wasn't much better. Then I bought the 4K Blu-ray. I was like, all right, I'll watch it a third time. It was like a year later. Maybe this, and I couldn't even finish it. Like, I just turned it off, and I felt no need to keep watching it. So maybe one day I'll be in the right mindset. I'll watch it again, and it'll hit different. But I don't know.
I mean, I like the movie. I actually want to watch it. I've been thinking about wanting to watch it again recently.
I get thoughts about watching it, and I remember. I was like, yeah, the last time I couldn't even finish it. So,
I couldn't even finish it. That's crazy to me.
I'm glad I didn't go see it with you.
Seriously,
like, what the heck?
I thought the Luma jokes.
You're like my friend Jeff.
I didn't think any of the Luma jokes landed. Like, I was like, what is going on?
My friend Jeff, he'll just sit there and he just sighs at everything.
I couldn't believe it.
And it's like, man, get out of here.
I'd never told you guys, or maybe I said it based on, I don't know if it was the trailer. It might have been some of the things I was hearing in reviews. I know Robert hates that I watch reviews. I'm like, I'm not listening to hear if they said they like the movie. I'm listening them to describe some of the things, not specifics. I don't want spoilers and stuff, but like, if you're saying, yeah, there's the kind of movie it just kind of speeds through everything. There's real no depth to it, like that kind of stuff. Just makes me think, all right, it sucks that that's the thing. And maybe sometimes it does affect me, but there's been plenty of times where I heard a review like that and I watched a movie and I'm like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. What were they talking about? Like,
I feel like some people think the review will influence you to the point where you don't want to like I loved Siskel and Ebert, right? I used to watch them religiously,
oh, yeah, me too.
But I would sit there and yell at the screen when they said dumb shit that I was like, I didn't agree with. So it's like, I still like respected their opinion on it, but I'm like, I think that's bullshit. So this idea that a review is gonna, change how you feel about it. No, sometimes it just reinforces, what I thought.
You know how many reviews?
Sometimes it doesn't.
I watched for Batman versus Superman. Tell me how bad the movie was.
Oh, tons. I watched tons myself.
And I'm like, this movie's awesome. What the hell are they talking about? I went and seen it a second time at the theater. Like, this movie's amazing.
It was the same people talking shit about Man of Steel. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was one of the greatest superhero movies I've ever seen.
Man of Steel was the last time I trusted Rotten Tomatoes. Oh my God, this got a 50%. Initially I was like, I kind of bought into a couple of the narratives just because I was expecting something else.
I never did.
Anyway, there's so many movies.
Wasn't that the one that convinced you? I feel like
you and Red Knight kind of told me to give it another chance.
Red Knight too.
And I said, all right, let me try it again. I was like, holy shit, like this is so good. Sorry on the movie podcast, but
movie podcast.
There's been plenty of movies that people talked up. The Avengers comes to mind. No Way Home. Is it No Way Home? The third one? I don't know.
Yeah, No Way Home.
People talk those movies up. I was like, I guess I gotta watch them. Avengers sounds like the best movie of all time. I go and sit there and I'm like, this is what people thought was awesome. Like, are you kidding me? It's not bad. I watched it not that long ago. It's not terrible. But I was like, this is the movie everybody's hyping up.
Even as a film school graduate, I'm looking at what the fuck is the point of this low angle shot? I'm sitting there just scrutinizing like this is some amateur ass just filmmaking, yet alone like the story itself. I'm like, why are you using that angle?
I didn't buy the. For me, some things just stand out to me, like the Loki making, like turning people on each other. It's like I know what they're doing here, but I'm not buying that they're getting mad over what Loki's saying right now. I don't believe that Hulk all of a sudden is mad over what he just said. Like, this felt a little forced. But anyway, it's just an example.
We don't get into a whole nother get out of there right now.
Everybody loves the movie. I watch it. I'm like, not very good. Or, there's been plenty of times where I loved it just as much. There's been plenty of times where I hated a movie that got bad reviews. Like Jupiter Ascending. I didn't think it was quite as bad as everybody said, but it's not a good movie. It's like, it has some cool moments, but anyway.
Channing Tatum is in it. I automatically don't like it.
Actually, that's one of his best acting performances of all. Like, he's not actually that bad in the movie. It's just the movie itself is ridiculous. But
I don't believe you.
Wait, what movie are you talking about?
Jupiter Ascending. I was like, Channing Tatum's actually like one of the
I like
better
Channing Tatum in
actors
almost
in
everything
this
he's
movie.
in.
He's like one of the better actors in that movie
Can't
because
stand
there
him.
was not.
Yeah, I had no problem with him. I thought he was good.
Mila Kunis is not a great.
Mila
actress.
Kunis was terrible. She
But,
was terrible in that movie. But
Anyway, go back to the direct.
Back to the direct.
So we got Resident Evil, Requiem. Was there
Yeah,
other
Re9.
third part? Was there any other third party like surprise? Hey, this is coming to Switch 2. I don't.
Third party surprise. No.
No, but we got release date at least for Final Fantasy.
What was
and
the
then
date
we
for
also
that?
got
September or
no
October.
It was November, I think.
Really? Either. I mean, I know there's still people who will never play it, but
Me. I'll never play Final Fantasy VII remake.
if one of these days a certain Nintendo fan plays it because it's on Switch 2 and like, oh, this is actually really good, then I'm gonna be like, come on, is it because it's on Switch 2 or just because you finally played it? Like, why do you like it now? Is it just you just?
I know too much about the game. It completely, to me, destroys the feel of the original Final Fantasy VII. The tone is all goofy and off from what the original tone. Oh my god, I'm dropping my mic.
I think the biggest
the
problem
game was,
the biggest problem with the
and
game,
obviously the turn-based. I don't really like that decision.
Oh, sorry, Eric Maverick. We started a half hour early. As somebody who played the game, I'll tell you the biggest flaw is it's a pretty big flaw. The fluff add-on bullshit to try to extend the length of the game, to try to justify that.
I didn't even get to that part yet, but yeah.
There's so many. Get to a block, like a crevice, press a button, and watch a 5-10 second cutscene. Every time you travel, if you don't fast travel, you have to watch yourself crawl through this crevice every time, forward and back. There's so many examples of that. There's so many quests where it's just like, that was a nothing burger. That was just, kill these 5 enemies and then go back and talk to the person. Like, that was majority of the quest. The main stuff I thought was really good. And I never played the original, but even not playing the original, I still looked up at Midgar and looked around and said, wow, like, I've seen the game, the original. It's like, feel like you're actually in Midgar. You feel like it's not VR, but it's as close to feeling like VR as you could. I was like, I can't even imagine like playing a Link's Awakening remake and looking up in Death Mountain be like towering above or something, like it even hit me, and I never played the original, like some of the aspects, and I really actually liked the combat. It looks just like button mashy, but it isn't. It's more strategic.
No, I played the demo. I know it's not just a hack and slash or anything like that.
The Sephiroth boss, there's a couple of bosses, like, you got to get good. You got to like actually strategize, build up your meter, use your super moves or whatever. I forget what it's called.
That's how the original is.
At the right time, like it's legit. It just sucks that there's so much fluff to try to pad out that length of the first game.
I lied. It's January 22nd.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But still, I think it's a nice addition. I'll be curious to see what Rebirth looks like and runs like, because that struggled on even PS5.
And then the third one.
Yeah, I honestly, third one's probably gonna be a PS6 game at this point.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be
cross-gen, but
it probably cross-gen.
Maybe cross-gen. Yeah. Wouldn't that be crazy? Like the
I think it will have to be cross-gen because everybody's having trouble getting people from the last console. Mm-hmm. It's getting harder and harder to pull your subscribers, your consumers from the last console, and I don't really blame them.
At this point, I don't think Nintendo really wants to. Like, I feel like Sony and Microsoft are like trying to like separate themselves from the other piece, and Nintendo's like, oh no, this is coming there too. Don't worry, it's coming.
Yeah, they don't have to.
Like, it's all right.
But here's the thing:
you get some play.
It's a little different with Switch because most everybody's ready to move on from Switch. Probably in 2019, they're ready to move on from the Switch. So it's a little easier to get people over, and as you can tell from the sales of the damn thing, it was a lot easier to get Switch owners to switch to than it is PS4 to PS5 and
honestly,
Xbox.
I know some people aren't gonna agree with this, but yeah, the PS4 got off to a slow start. Not as bad as the PS5. The PS4, in my opinion, is one of the best game consoles, like for me, of all time.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't deny it.
There's so many like great games from third party. Yeah, Sony didn't have the same output as they used to have, but they still had some great games, and even the cross-gen PS4, PS5, like for Forbidden West, I was on PS4. Ragnarok's on PS4. And I forget when that finally got cut off. I know there's still games coming to PS4. The PS4
It's Parappa the Rapper is on PS4. The original game.
The PS4 is kind of like the 360 in my opinion. It early on, you know, the 360 didn't even have like a game in HD, or it was barely HD. They didn't have. It was more ports from the original, that previous generation. And then now once the PS4 really showed what it could do, it's still a very capable machine. Like, it's still getting a lot of these games. Call of Duty's still coming out on it. Like, it's just, I mean, in my mind, if you like the PS4, the PS5 is just a really really fast, really streamlined version of the PS4 where it plays all the games. There's no reason not to upgrade unless
you ain't trying to buy it now. Yeah, because
well, you
jumped up again.
It'd be nice, it'd be nice if it was the old days where the system would be half price at this point, and you could pick up a PS5 for $200. But those days are gone, unfortunately.
Buy one of them bitches used.
But it's just, I just think it's more of the strength of the PS4 and how much it was renowned, and how many games how the developers really focused on that system first. And it was like the 360. As a PS4 owner, I never had to worry about if the game was coming to the system, unless obviously it was Nintendo or a Microsoft back then. And I never worry about it being a good performing version of the game, because it was the lead platform, just like on the 360. I never worried about the 360 version being bad. I was like, I'm probably not going to get the PS3 version based on all the bad ports that have been coming. So. Anyway,
and this is from somebody who bought PS3 day one. I was in the line, man, freezing my ass off for days.
And I was like, I was reluctant to buy the PS4. I was like, I was like, almost regretting it as soon as I pushed the button on Amazon to purchase it. And how was I wrong? Like, you talk about, like, not being closed-minded. Like, I was expecting not to be blown away or not really get that into it and not buy that many games. And once I started playing it, I was just like, damn, this is actually really good. The controller's way better than any PlayStation controller ever before.
That was the biggest thing for me, the controller. Because I couldn't
every game I played,
I couldn't stand the DualShock. I hated that damn controller.
Yeah, the DualShock.
I hated it.
Not very good. But... And I don't know about how the Switch 1 will be remembered. Like, because everyone bought one, everyone seemed to enjoy it.
It's gonna be remembered. It's earned its spot in history, I think.
The start of the handheld era again.
Right, it started off the handheld era again. Exactly.
You know what's crazy? Like, I was playing Silksong, but I was playing in portal mode. Just thinking of it, I was like, I don't even really. It's been 8 years, obviously. I'm not even thinking about, oh wow, look, I'm playing this game on this screen now. Like, that's so past like a thing for me now, that it's just part of life. It's just part of reality, and it's not like a wow factor anymore. But like, I don't know.
I think that's why everybody's doing it now.
I wasn't playing. I don't have Cyberpunk though. I don't have Star Wars Outlaws. Maybe those games. Maybe it will be an extra. Like, wow. Oh wow.
I'll let you know.
I'm playing this on a handheld now. Like, that's crazy. Like,
I mean, I spend more time in Cyberpunk playing at handheld than I do on the TV. I'll be honest with you.
Same.
Like I said the other week. Like, my Switch was
That's
dead,
why I bought it.
and I could play it on PC, and I was like. I'll just play it on. I'll play it on. I'll just wait. I'll play on the Switch.
That's why I bought it. That's why I was. One of the reasons I was confident in buying the game, because I know I'm probably just gonna play it more than I do on my Xbox.
Yeah, honestly, I'd probably play Expedition 33 more if I had it.
Yeah,
portable.
I wouldn't play that as much if I didn't have the option to play it on my Legion Go.
I got to Act 3, and it's people say it's, it takes, I don't know if you want to say takes a turn, but it reveals more, and it's like, that's not what I was expecting. I haven't played it since, and that's probably a month ago, but it's just more of, like, obviously I was playing Donkey Kong, I'm playing Silk Song now, and if my TV's on, it's football season, so I'm turning my TV on usually on weekends or Sundays, watch football, and I just got my projector back after 8 weeks, so I've watched 7 movies in the last 3 days, and
God damn.
so I'm not, I just, just, it's not like I got kids running around or the TV's being used. Sometimes I just it's just easier to pull the switch off the dock and play.
It's just more it's more comfortable.
I've been reading too. I'm getting through the Expanse novels, which
nice.
Not to go off on this, but usually you read a book after you read, or if you've watched a movie or a show, the book like fills in so much extra stuff. It's the complete opposite with the Expanse. The books are like the quick notes version of the show. It's so weird.
Oh shit,
that's unfortunate.
They focus. Each chapter focuses on one character, and if they don't have a POV character in that book, you never know what's going on. So because you're not following Christian Avasarala in the book, you have no idea what's going on Earth, where the show showed you all the goings on Earth.
That would probably annoy the shit out of me.
And then one of my favorite characters isn't even in the books until book 7. Kamina Drummer, she's like a fan favorite. She has her own game, not in the books until book 7.
Love that girl.
And it's like in the book, it's like these sequence of events happen. In the show, it's completely it's almost like Resident Evil or not Resident Evil. What's the Final Fantasy? It's almost like they just took the characters and the settings and they just made up their own sequence of events and stories. It's crazy. Long story short, it's the only book series I've ever read that was like less than the show or movie, but still interesting. And anyway, there you go. There's your Virtual Boy right there.
All right, I just put this shit on. I don't have to buy no cardboard. I already bought cardboard.
Work with that.
I'm sure it will.
Is it confirmed to work on Switch 1, the Virtual Boy stuff? Is that it's not Switch 2 exclusive?
Yeah, it's Switch 1. No, it's Switch 1 too.
What else from the Direct was there any the Fire Emblem game was kind of out of nowhere, but at this point I haven't been excited.
Mortal Kombat.
The Mortal Kombat Club, we knew that was coming, right?
Yeah.
They confirmed that's all in the cart, which is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the arcade versions are definitely better than the old Super Nintendo Genesis versions of the early games.
We got Dynasty Warriors.
And you were wrong. That game's been out because Kit said he loved that game and already played it on PS5.
What game?
The Dynasty Warriors game.
Oh yeah, that's.
What did I was wrong about?
You said you thought it was a new game in your video.
Oh.
Fatal Frame.
Yeah, that looks intriguing. It's a remake, right?
Yeah.
And I think
Fatal Frame 3.
I think that's pretty much it as far as new stuff that we hadn't seen before.
That looked good.
Besides like the small stuff, like Dinkum, 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 Dinkum.
What do we think of that Metroid Prime 4 trailer? Do you think that was a hype trailer to get you excited?
I think they've all been pretty garbage. Sorry. I mean, I don't think that's going to reflect the game at all. I just think these trailers are not good.
That looked like a trailer that plays like at best, like the old GameStops, just like some gameplay footage. That did not look like
I'll agree to that. It does look like a GameStop or a Best Buy, like, when you walk past the...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like something that plays on a loop. That does not look like... I said this about Tears of the Kingdom. I think it was a Direct the same day or the day after the God of War Ragnarok trailer hit. That was just like goosebumping, like inducing with the music and at the rush at the end with the Kratos versus Thor. And then the Tears of the Kingdom was like a voiceover that "Hey, you're Link and you're in the sky." You know that their typical Nintendo voiceover guy. And I'm like,
That's him.
you
That was
couldn't
exactly
be any
right.
freaking more pathetic in comparison. And then they did have a better trailer later on. They tried to
Like,
match.
get somebody else to do the tone. It's a tonal shift. This game's supposed to be, and you have the same goofy ass dude who would do like the fucking rabbits game.
What was that one though?
to do,
They
to
did.
do,
Nintendo did have. It was DK. Remember they had. You could tell they had hired a. It was a
oh, it was a different guy for that. Yeah,
and
yeah,
he was selling the excitement way better.
yeah,
Um,
way better.
and it stood out. I was like, oh, yeah, this is way better. That trailer was, or that was a good trailer. The direct was good. I think he was in the direct.
What's his name that translates from Miyamoto?
He's now like pretty far up.
I forget his name. Yeah, he's big. Yeah, he used to translate from Miyamoto. He still kind of does translate.
Bill Trinan.
But he don't. Bill Trinan. It's like if Bill Trinan was doing the hype for a game. It's just like
That's
I
the
like
kind
Bill
of
Trinan
stuff.
and
It's
everything,
like, all right,
but that shit
Nintendo
ain't
of
working on
America,
me.
Doug Bowser probably makes the call on it. Like,
Yeah, like, bro,
that's just not exciting. I don't need just straight information. I don't need, I'm not Spock.
give me some story stuff.
I don't need factual information.
Hey guys, into this trailer. Oh, look, it's Silux. You remember Silux, right?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Oh, just give me an epic trailer with epic.
Nobody remembers Silux. I'm sorry. Unless you're a core fan of Metroid, you're not exciting anybody with these trailers, bro. Like,
And I'm sorry that
expand.
the motorcycle thing in the trailer they presented, it didn't really move me. Other than, really? That's Metroid? Like, I thought it was a racing game.
I thought it was cool that there's going to be some variation in the gameplay, but it didn't sell that very well either. It was just like that little area looked like something out of Star Fox Zero. It looked like
I think it's just a transition.
really flat textures and bland. Like, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's just a transitional area. Really.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
Another. You'll probably see that like a couple times, like even in the like ice area where they show off the wolves or whatever. That's probably like a transitional area.
I knew it was Metroid on that early shot too.
We gotta be ashamed, Juice. Thank you, Visor, for running this. The fucking Yoshi game was the most amazing looking game.
That was
That's one of the best.
That was a hypest game.
Nintendo games I've ever seen.
It was gorgeous.
We'll show that in a second.
I'm waiting for somebody to talk about the stop motion and how it looks horrible, and that the game.
I don't love seeing stop motion in video games, but we'll see how it plays. I mean, this looks cool, but like with the music and just like the lack of like epic score and stuff.
Is Samus on Tatooine?
Yeah, this looks like something would have been in almost like in a Sin and Punishment style like section here. Yeah. This looks cool. Like,
and this might be completely amazing. I could be completely wrong. My point is,
transition
it's not making it look good. It's not selling it.
The desert just looks bland. Like, this looks so much better. I'd rather just, whatever.
I mean, it's a desert. Like this right here, I bet you that's a transitional piece too, that you can ride around with the bike.
Some stuff it's like wow, and other stuff's like, yeah, this is definitely still rooted in Switch 1.
Now, will I be getting that bike amiibo? Absolutely.
Is there amiibo for it?
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's expensive though.
December 4th. How do we feel about that?
That's right around the corner from my birthday, so I'm okay with it. And they said 2025, so
Oh yeah. Well, do we know how much that bike amiibo is? $50 probably.
It's 40, I believe, because it's the same 40. Price as the Kirby amiibos.
Yeah. I mentioned that in my video.
I mean, I could consider like that. That's a pretty cool. It depends on the size, I guess.
Yeah. And look, I get it. It is true. Like I said, I think I even said it in my video. It is true that the tariffs are causing some of this strife.
But it's not.
There's no doubt about it.
Tariffs aren't 300%. They're like 20.
Yes. But also, it is also true that people take advantage of these situations, these crises, and up their prices on everything just because they feel like they can. And I feel like there's some of that.
So, this was it looks huge there. I mean, this is a pretty sizable amiibo. This was still in the $13 range.
Yeah.
And the Breath of the Wild ones were 16 or 17, and those were like smaller. And I was like,
Not,
wait a minute.
not the Guardian though. How much?
No,
was
the Guardian was, but like Zelda was
Guardian was
tiny.
25.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
So then for the Switch 2, the amiibos were like $30, and the Street Fighter ones were 40. But the Street Fighter ones were like 300% bigger. They're like a decent sized figure. So I was like, 30 though for these tiny things, and now they're bumping it up to 40, and then I think there's one that's 50.
I mean, yeah, I think we'll have to see what the size, like the actual size, is for them. But I mean, if they're anywhere near that size with that much detail,
This not looking good in the 30 FPS low quality stream in the Discord, but on the actual 60 FPS.
Oh,
4K,
it looks great.
This looks so good. Like, I've been saying for the longest time, just take Yoshi's, the original art style, and put it in HD. I don't know why they never did that. This is the closest they've come to that when you look at the background.
Yeah, this feels like an evolution of like Yoshi's Island.
Mm-hmm.
It is gorgeous.
Now this game might be just as kind of.
It might be bland
and simple, but if the music doesn't suck, that'll go a long way.
I love when he runs and it does.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Biggest Crafted World, the most annoying thing was just the music was atrocious.
You know, which one is it? Mario 64?
The visuals. Oh my god. Look, I used to get clowned. My friend would, my friend Jeff again, he would clown me when I played that game.
Yeah. Why wasn't this in the frickin' direct?
So, you a grown ass man. What you in here playing that shit?
This game should have been in the direct. It was already announced, but if you didn't watch Gamescom, you didn't know this. Like, you don't know this game. This actually looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, Batman? Yeah.
Now they can't.
But is it a key card?
Yeah, probably. I'll probably just. I'm gonna get the digital version because I want the faster loading times.
Exactly.
I hope this game's good.
Key cards don't make a lot of sense.
I'll get it on PS5, but that's one thing I've been accused of that I don't understand. Well, what do you don't care about the direct because you're not gonna buy that version of the game. I'm not buying the Switch 2 version of Resident Evil, but that trailer was hype as hell. Like, I don't understand why that doesn't affect my judgment of the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
like
I thought the Direct was great. By the way, I said that. I just think the aftermath is what killed it. The pricing and all that stuff when they came out, kind of hurt it for me.
Yeah, like I love seeing this kind of stuff, knowing it's coming to Switch 2.
And I love the look of Batman games. I have them all.
Also, Borderlands 4 come out already, didn't it? Or reviews came out, I should say.
The game should be out. Yeah,
I know the
Switch isn't until next month.
Okay, I know the game has issues. Like the further into the game you get, the worse the performance gets, and that sounds like a memory leak or something But
yeah, thank goodness the Switch didn't come out.
It sounds like it's not running very good. I'd be curious if the Switch 2 version. How that runs, but we never really talked about the First Light. We know it's coming to Switch 2 3 months ago.
What is there to talk about? Like,
did you watch?
I'm a huge.
Did
James
you watch
Bond
that
fan.
presentation? I tried watching.
That was so good. Are you serious?
That shit did not move me at all.
You talk about
that intro part?
You talking about watching a car drive that you have no control over for the first 5 minutes? Is that what you're talking about? You can't even let me drive to. You just have to sit. You just sit there and listen to the dialogue while it's automatically driving. That to me, it might be fine in the game, but for your presentation,
presentation wise,
I'm like, what is this?
Why do they still do this shit, bro?
But as far as like the overall, I mean, it looked like it would be a James Bond movie.
I'm not a fan of the Hitman game, so I don't know.
I don't like the character model.
He doesn't look like a James
Bland.
He's Tom Cruise. He's Tom Cruise, young Tom
It's James
Cruise.
Bland,
Like,
man. He's
if maybe
bland.
this was a driving section where you could actually drive, like this is definitely not
Yeah.
a person controlling this.
Yeah, they're not letting you
No,
drive.
no
that,
way.
because then
That
that
shit
means you
is
can
too
drive
tight.
anywhere.
This feels like, hey,
Yeah.
look at our visuals in the background. You know, this is what this.
Yeah. It's absolutely that.
So
You're
let's see
supposed
how-
to be sitting there listening to the mission.
It's James Bond Jr.
okay, when you get out of the car here, this is a
James
minute
Bond
50
Jr.
at 5:30. You're still in the car. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not saying that the game looks bad. I just thought this presentation. I was like, come on.
Yeah, why would you show that?
This is
And
what
that's
you're
him.
I guess they really wanted to sell the story. Okay, now you're actually playing the game.
Yeah, I like. You know what? This
He
is
got the
this is
hitman
the
walk.
one
I don't
thing.
really like that walk.
This is the one thing that I really like about this overall is because I feel like almost every James Bond up until this point, you're really not doing any spy stuff.
Yeah.
like you're really.
I mean, there's
It's really just. A
Oh, no.
first person
The
shooter.
EA ones, you did some spy stuff. I mean, well, a few of them. The third person ones, like oh my god, I can't think of that. I'm thinking of the damn moves. I can't think of the damn game now. But there was a couple of them that I thought were really good that actually got you to do some spy stuff. Now, I have no doubt that Ion is gonna do way better with that stuff because they do Hitman games. So
Mhm.
I'm excited about that.
this is as far as I
sure.
got in the to not to lie. This is as far as I got.
But-
so I
but
don't
I
push
was-
any
I-
further.
Oh, it gets so much better after that. And I'll say this: there are some pieces in here that I'm like, bro, this trope that they got to stop doing because Jack said the same thing. Is this part right here? This guy is like, what's going on over
Yeah.
here? And then you just kind of casually
And then
climb
you
over.
disappear, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't see you at all, and then you climb up the side of the
I mean,
wall, and it's
that's
like, bro,
gaming.
you should have been seeing
It's
me.
a
you know?
video game. I'm
Yeah,
not
he'd
gonna
definitely be
begrudge
seen
it
there.
to him. Yeah, you'd be seen right there. You're done.
Right.
The guy was looking that direction, so yeah.
Right.
But
It's like what?
You're making all kind of noise.
if this is
Right.
actually like more of a dlike,
And then you go around the corner where everybody should be able to see you right now.
Right.
yeah, like no one can see you.
Like, come on.
That's and why are you pressing X with a
Right,
prompt?
man.
That's
To
the other
add
thing.
more sound to yourself.
That's modern gaming stuff. Constantly
Really,
giving you
what? And he
prompts.
just jumped in the window, and those people know that he just came through that window.
Yeah.
There's no other way to come
But
in
you
over
can't
there.
jump into the window until you get the X prompt. This is a Naughty Dog thing, right there. You have to wait till it gives you the X.
Oh, to jump over in between.
Yeah, I
bushes.
saw that, and I was like, really,
Just
bro?
let me jump. I don't
Can
need.
I just play the game?
I don't need a prompt. That's what turned me off to that game Stray. When I bought the game, I haven't played it yet.
Oh yeah, that game's all about prompts.
I'm like, I don't need a prompt. Let me play
There's
the
no
game.
platforming at all. There's no platforming. Don't think there's platforming. There's not.
All right, let's get to some action here. But if this
But I
actually
still-
has
I
some
still love it, though.
dynamic where you can do stuff
Oh,
a
you
bunch of
went too
different
far.
ways,
You missed the car chase.
where you can do a bunch of stuff dynamic.
Oh, he's in the
Uh,
sewer pipe.
Let me
Oh
see.
yeah, that's
Let me see if it looks like you're actually
you're driving.
in control here, or if it's another Naughty Dog inspired sequence.
I'm sorry. The guy, whoever
Yeah,
the
I
character
don't like
model
the
is,
design.
it's the thing about James Bond is that women want to be with him, and every man wants to be him. I want to be this
Right.
dude. This dude, this dude is super bland.
I mean, it looks like you're in control, but it's definitely, obviously, in sequences like this, it's going to guide you to the direction you need to go. You can't probably just drive
Yeah.
through the woods, which, well, maybe you can.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
can.
spot-
You can do a lot of finagling in this part.
There's a Spy
It
Hunter on GameCube right here.
Right.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah. He like goes
Oh,
all off
okay.
road.
Okay, we got a little.
They gave him the Aston,
Mhm.
you know.
It's
We
a
got the
weird
Aston Martin.
Aston.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be like the beginning of his
Ooh,
is he
ooh.
young?
I think so. I think it's supposed to be like early in his.
Okay, this is
younger career.
it's got some good
Drifting?
sense of speed and some drifting going on. Yeah, good stuff.
I wonder what happens if you just followed the path. If it would be any different.
It just make you start over again. You missed him. Where you going, idiots?
You lost
start
him.
over.
Where is he? Yeah.
You lost him. Dun, 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 and you just start right over again.
Oh no! I mean, it
he's
definitely is
way
a
up there
good
now.
looking. Like technically, it's a good looking game. For
That
sure.
looks like something that would happen in a James Bond movie. No. Come on now, Lenny. You got to give James Bond movies more credit than that.
He's got the
climbing up
he's
in
got the
broad
wire
daylight.
hanging out the back of his Aston. You can see it dangling in the back of his Aston.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they want you to end up in a certain spot, so you can't just have it open world free roam.
Right. Oh, there he is. There he is. We caught up to him.
I mean, this is one of
Got
those.
him.
This kind of feels like maybe a step gameplay wise ahead of like the running from the tank.
I'm by the game, man. I'm not gonna get the Switch 2 version. Sorry, like I'm not gonna get that version.
I'm gonna get the Switch 2 version off of nostalgia. Now, if they come with another one, I probably won't get the Switch 2 version at that point.
Ooh, it's the good old boys. Never made it no good.
I know people don't like.
Can you go forward? Can you go forward to the to the shooting part? Because the actual shooting piece.
We're gonna wrap this up in a little bit, so.
Yeah, we gotta watch football, man.
I will say,
oh, that's right.
This is where I know some people don't want to give these guys any credit for anything they do, but this is the situation with Borderlands 4 in this game in particular, where it's gonna be, for me personally, I probably wouldn't buy the Switch 2 version. I'm considering it in the Star Wars Outlaws if I can find it like T did for a decent price. I would consider buying it just because of what they did.
48.
But for everyone's that like, oh, it's this Digital Foundry's console war flaming stuff. This is where they're gonna. I want to know, like, is the Switch 2 version actually competent? I might consider the Switch 2 version just to like reward the developer. But if the Switch 2 version, or even like some games, the PS5 Pro version, they made some bad choices. They try to push the settings too far, and the game runs like, I think Snake Eater had an issue and something else recently, where the PS5 Pro, they just pushed the resolution of the settings too high, and it's not a very good performing version of the game. And it's like, for me, that's like a buyer's guide. I want to know if this game or Indiana Jones looks and runs great on Switch 2. I might buy it just because I wasn't going to buy it anyway or for any other system, but I might buy it on the Switch 2 just if they do a good job. Like, that's just kind of how I've always been.
I think Indiana Jones would be a good port. I just have a feeling it would be.
But yeah, overall, we got release dates for Metroid Prime and Age of Imprisonment, which that's November, isn't it?
Yep.
So I gotta hurry up and finish Tears of the King. Still finish that fucking game.
I'm planning on getting Age of Imprisonment, and
it's early November 6th.
There was one other game I was thinking about picking up. Obviously, Metroid Prime, Age of Imprisonment. I feel like there was
Kirby Air Ride.
No. Well, Hades. I mean Yoshi, but that's next year, right? That's not this year.
Yeah,
next year.
Hades, Pokemon.
I don't even know, like, for the rest of the year, like any non-Nintendo game that I'm even thinking about at this point.
Bro, it's so weird. Like, it's hard to articulate to Nintendo fans. It's like, but it's like there hasn't really been a WoW Switch 2 hype game yet. Like, we got that pretty early with Switch 1. We got that before we knew it was a game. Well, we kind of assumed it was with Odyssey and shit. And that was that the reveal trailer that they showed Odyssey in? The Switch 2 reveal? Or Switch 1 reveal? So, like, I love Donkey Kong. Like, I love this game. But it's not that, Switch 2 game. Like, that's the big hype new Switch 2 game. I don't see that yet.
Yeah, I think I said a couple podcasts ago, I think Monolith's probably going to be that for me, their game, whatever it is.
I think they've been kind of going mellow more so for the third parties still.
Well, if you think about it,
though,
why
they still do that, but
yeah, I mean, I feel like they want to court third parties early on with Switch 2. I get that. They want to stay out of the way. I get that. I totally understand, because that's one of the third parties' biggest issues with Nintendo is that they can't compete in Nintendo games. So I understand that.
But think about it though.
But you can still hype me before before these third party the third party games can drop or whatever. Just tell me what's around that corner. Because I know there's something hype around that corner in 26.
I mean, Fire Emblem
just gonna make me like over the moon.
Fire Emblem's like pretty popular, but it's not like, I don't know what the last couple games sold on Switch. I
wouldn't even say it's pretty popular.
Yeah, it's very popular.
But like, I don't know.
It's still like 3 million
sellers or 3 million sellers?
No, it's a 3 million seller. Okay. And I love Fire Emblem, obviously. The new Fire Emblem game looks amazing to me. It gave me vibes of
GameCube.
Oh my god, the GameCube one. I can't think of the fucking name right now. But yeah,
Path of Radiance.
Path of Radiance. So, which is probably my favorite.
But think about the games that we got and the games that they've shown. Obviously, Mario Kart is one of their biggest franchises, so that's that was at launch. So Donkey Kong, they've had some hits with Donkey Kong. It's not a small franchise, but it's not like, it's not their top, I guess.
But this isn't a sequel to a Donkey Kong game. This is a completely new kind of take on a Donkey Kong, really.
But then
it feels more like a Wario game.
You got Kirby Air Riders. You got Yoshi, which looks great, but they're all in there. Those aren't the, like you said,
the big bangers.
The big bangers, like
these are niche. And
so do you think?
What else am I?
Do you think that comes in the form of Metroid Prime 4 when we finally get our hands?
But Metroid Prime again, Metroid. I love Metroid. You love Metroid. That's a niche franchise for Nintendo. The best it's done is 3 million units.
It is, but
I think that's suffering from 2017 to 2025. It's been known about. It's a Switch 1 game.
Yeah, it's hard to get overly hype about it.
And the game might be like, when we play it, like, holy shit. Like,
I'm sure it's gonna be phenomenal.
Is incredible. But as far as like general public, general gamers, like that thing that they would show that would just like
This is what you get the Switch 2 for. That's what I'm talking about. That game. Now, this is why you need to get yourself a Switch 2.
What we expect, like the next Zelda game in a year or two, revealed to like blow people away.
Even Star Fox make me lose my mind.
Whatever. I think at this point, anybody who jumps in a franchise and it's a Switch 2 game only, I think will do it. Like, whether it's, like you said, Star Fox, whether it's Mario coming out, whether we don't even have to get a new Zelda at this point. Whether it's like the Ocarina of Time remake and it's only Switch 2, I think that's going to be where the hype is, because I think at this point people aren't necessarily clamoring for the next hot thing, but they're, like you said, T, they're waiting for that like, ooh. Oh,
that's just what I hear from a lot of people. Yeah. Is that they want that kiloton nuke game for Switch 2.
Like the next Animal Crossing, the next Smash Brothers, the next 3D Mario, the next Zelda.
Yeah.
Doesn't have.
It could be any franchise.
3D Mario for sure. I mean, that's probably
know
the
that
E1.
I want another Xenoblade Chronicles game, but that would definitely get people more excited than just a new IP from Monolith. But
I mean, but what if they said this is like Xenoblade
from the creators of Xenoblade,
multi something, where like now you're really messing with like timelines.
I don't know,
as far as these, like, I don't know. I never doubt Monolith, because they always pull something out the bag and you're like, dang.
Yeah, but it's just weird because they do rely on the Zelda, Smash, Animal Crossing, Mario Karts.
But you can always rely on Visor to like sum it up beautifully. They got the niche gamers covered.
Yeah.
They have Metopia games for the casuals, but now it's time for the core people who already got
Tomodachi Life's coming. They got the Rhythm Heaven coming, Switch 1 stuff. But like, where is the
drop that wave?
Maybe there won't be a Breath of the Wild like experience. That maybe that's a once in a 20-year thing. Maybe there.
I don't know. I think okay, so listen. This is what I'm thinking, right? So we got Mario Galaxy 1 and 2,
for the Mario Galaxy movie for this year for our Mario 40th. Next year is Zelda. I'm feeling like we're gonna get something along those lines with Zelda with one of the games too. Like
Yeah, 'cause
especially
next year's Zelda's 40th, so
yeah, and they're gonna show off the movie too. So
Right.
yeah,
I don't want to.
next
I
year,
don't need
next
a,
year might be amazing for Zelda.
I don't need a
It
Wind
might
Waker
be-
Twilight Princess double pack though.
Well, a lot of people have been waiting 5 years
Nah.
for that, Juice. So,
But
Oh,
yeah, we
yeah,
gotta
because
wrap
Wind
this
Waker's
up. Unfortunately,
Wind Waker's already on NSO, so that ain't happening.
gonna have to wrap this up. But it's good discussion, and you know, we got plenty of time in the future to talk about the same topic because I mean, we're not gonna get another direct for a long time, so what we know
Right.
is what we know for the next 4 months.
you never know, Juice.
5 months.
Might get another.
I
season.
mean, yeah, because we still got Kirby Air Riders. There's more.
But yeah. Anyway, I'm get out of here, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
And I'm dropping out right now, so go
All right.
Lions. Let's talk to you
Go
guys later.
Lions.
Right,
Good,
right.
good luck. Good luck.